Woo. Come on. Yeah. 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 Come on. What I'm talking about. Says we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. Yeah, we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. I said we all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. You can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. We can't get better than that. Say we all do better when we all do better. We can't get better than that. Come on. I said we all do better when we all do better. We can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. We can't get better than that. We all do better when we all do better. We can't get better than that. Come on, y'all.
And that ain't no crime.
This is the thing that is happening now.
I was probably too out of it to remember it. But the food. What up, y'all?
How's it going?
You caught us grubbing. So we're talking about food. And
fights. You know that scene? You know that scene at the end of the Avengers, where after they save the world, they'll go and get shawarma. That's basically this live stream is going to be an hour straight of us eating Thai food after having conquered the world on Tuesday.
Yes.
Can we talk about the fact that we conquered the world on Tuesday?
Yeah.
We put our foot in it though.
Yeah.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
Yo. I deserve this backpack. Yeah, right? Yeah.
You know, it's actually more analogous to. It's more analogous to like the part in the Avengers where like the fact that the universe has been made aware of super powerful beings on Earth. That's what happened on Tuesday. It's like we, rung the bell according to Lex Luthor, right? We let people know like, hey, Earth has Gangstagrass.
Yeah.
And so now an army of Chitauri is going to come from another world and try to defeat us.
Of course, there are a bunch of people in the YouTube comments saying, we already knew the world had Gangstagrass.
Yeah, what's up? Shout out to y'all.
Yes.
Because you already knew about it. Isn't it fun? How does it feel, in the comments, please, how does it feel to just be saying for upwards of 10 years, Gangstagrass exists, and all of a sudden, the Pentagon releases documented photographic proof that Gangstagrass exists, and everybody's like, did you hear that there's Gangstagrass? And you're just like,
it's real. I told you it's real. It's real.
I've been standing here this entire time. I've been saying it over and over again, but now they know.
Rich does pulls the whole Tony Stark. He's like, we are Gangstagrass.
Yeah. Yeah. We've been talking to Wrench about reading from the cards. Just don't say anything about acknowledging the existence of Gangstagrass. It's an unfortunate training exercise. And no, it's real.
I know. The funny thing is that
Oh my god, this food's so good. I'm sorry, y'all.
what happened is that Wednesday morning, I had some explaining to do in front of my class.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet you
I had to
did.
talk about America's Got Talent for like a good 20 minutes before I could get into my lecture. I was
Yeah.
like, I really need to teach you this stuff today.
Yeah. But the thing that happened was, 20 minutes later, I have to say, I thought you were going to say you had some explaining to your wife. I was standing next to Michelle, and we're watching the show, and we're watching Dolio up on the screen, and all of a sudden it cuts over to Heidi Klum and Sofia Vergara.
And Sophia's like,
And they're both into it, you know, into us in general. But the way that the camera cut,
yeah,
it looked like, you know, it just looked like they were maybe very into, like, him in particular. And I'm standing here next to his wife watching this and just like, but she's cool, man. I mean,
Yeah.
if anybody, you know, could be confident in that situation, it's definitely your wife, man.
Oh, yeah. My wife is a hottie.
But I still want to see that fight happen.
What?
Okay.
Ooh, my
Michelle,
wife.
Sofia Vergara.
No.
No,
Here's
if anything, they bond. They would bond.
right. Yeah, Michelle and Sophia, because what they don't
Yeah.
they like have a lot in common actually.
Well, Michelle actually. Sophia is from Barranquilla,
Which is
which is in Colombia.
Mhm.
My wife's mother is from Monpos, which is a small town on the Caribbean coast, much like, which is actually not that far from Barranquilla.
Yeah.
So if you're going to Monpos, you're either going to fly into Barranquilla or Cartagena.
So they're
Barranquilla is going to be closer.
so their family is both from right around the same area,
Right.
which is wild.
But she did let Sophia know the food that we had while watching the show was the hundreds of Caribbean coastal Colombian empanadas
Oh,
that my mother-in-law made.
I'm in the middle of eating this good food. You're
I'm gonna
not
say,
making that
yeah.
good food.
Rest in peace to them empanadas.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. R.I.P. Gone too soon.
Those,
Those got murked.
that was
That was a thing.
Shout out to
I'm taking
empanadas.
responsibility for that.
those empanadas are
Yeah.
her empanadas are awesome.
I think instead of removing our hats in respect, we could like unbuckle our belts.
Yeah, right. Just one
Everybody
notch.
just,
Like,
just let out your belts.
And
in respect.
a big shout out to just all the people that are really enjoying us, all the cool comments.
Oh, yeah, those
Generally we don't recommend reading comment sections, but we've been getting a lot of
Yo!
love out there.
It's been good. We've gotten like, I don't know, maybe 500 downvotes in total, which is a pretty good ratio against like
20 something
The
thousand.
thousands,
Yeah.
tens of thousands.
and also like it's weird. It's like sometimes on Facebook you see like an angry react on every comment, but then you look and it's like the same guy. He's just doing it on every comment.
But
So-
sometimes that angry reaction may be kind of like how when Rand and I send each other verses that we're working on.
Oh, you know-
I'll text him a verse, and then he just be like, "I hate you."
That's I mean
Well, that's positive.
that might just be random,
But that's a
alright.
high compliment.
Yeah.
Because what it means is he loves
Okay.
it.
Okay.
And what it also means is that he's about to send me some fire.
Right. No, that's totally fair.
Make sure it's all on par.
That's
Exactly.
totally fair. Maybe that's what's going on.
Because the way I see it, you ain't doing it right unless somebody makes that ugly face.
Yeah.
They be like,
Yeah. Like with this food, for instance. Some faces being
whole
made.
food gets the ugly face.
Yeah.
I just crossed the finish line on this food.
Wow, that was so. I'm like, okay.
That sounds
wait,
really weird.
Pharaoh, let's both show our plates.
Show plates. Here we go. Okay.
I'm not even done. I need to lick all that up.
There you go.
I have barely
All right.
forgotten. I will be eating this for hours.
Shots of green chili.
Yeah.
Shots.
We say a few things about Bismarcky for a minute.
Yeah.
Is
Some
he still
respect.
in
He's
hospice?
still in
or-
hospice, yeah. There's Marquis
What
in
is
hospice.
going on?
sending prayers for his family
No doubt.
and for him to, make a recovery. I know it won't be easy or short, but
They said, as much love as Diz gets on the mic and stuff.
he's an
Far
awesome
easy.
DJ.
As a DJ,
He will.
he turned his party out. He did at Penn State one year, man. It was ridiculous. He killed it. It was so amazing. One of the best parties I've ever been to in my life.
Yeah, I
Biz was just killing it on the wheels. It was so dope. So shout out to the Biz. We love you. And much respect, dude. All day.
Yeah.
That one caught me. That one, and it's been a rough year already, man.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, that's
Actually, that was another thing. It was because like DJ K Slade dropped a track this week that had 110
MCs.
110
on.
MCs
Oh my
on
God, dude! It's 40 minutes long, bro.
it. But Fred the Godson is on it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
I gotta check this
Who
out.
we lost last year to COVID.
Because you know,
Yeah.
Gangstagrass has quite a posse track on our album
Yeah.
American Music.
It's true.
14.
We got a song with 14 MCs on it, and that was packing it in. I gotta say.
Yeah,
How
but
long is this one with?
40 minutes.
40 minutes.
40 minutes
40 minutes
long.
long, dude.
It's a whole album.
You know, when you were talking
Yeah.
about the, like, I guess
But it's all the
last
same
week,
beat.
I thought you were kidding.
No.
I really
It's
thought you were
40
joking,
minutes
that you're
long.
just exaggerating.
No,
Oh, it's 40
no.
minutes long.
I think he won.
Yeah.
Just one.
Yeah.
For now, because he did the 50 Johnny came out earlier this year.
Yeah.
Although it says 110, it's actually 109 because Ghostface is on there twice.
Oh.
There's a Ghostface verse and then there's a Tony Stark's verse.
Really?
Yeah. And I
Ah.
was like, wait a minute, hold on. That was you. All right, whatever. Let's go.
Yeah.
So he can do what he wants. But
So,
what else is going on?
what are we all doing getting together right now?
We're eating Thai food.
Eating some Thai food?
Give me your-
About to have the Thai food coma.
But we just assembled. You know, we live in different cities, but we just reassembled on our way to play a show.
Yeah. In
4th of July
Wisconsin.
celebration in Stevens Point, Wisconsin.
Yeah.
On our way to Rocket.
Wisconsin, what's up, y'all?
We love Wisconsin. We love Wisconsin so much. We're going to be back again on August 13th.
Yeah, man.
That's how much we love Wisconsin. But just so you know, both of these shows, Stevens Point on July 4th and Cedarburg on August 13th, are totally in the vicinity of Chicago. Like, if you live in the Chicago metro area,
Yeah, and they're
come
not
on
far.
out.
They're not far from Milwaukee either.
Oh well, Cedarburg's. I mean, Cedarburg
Yeah.
basically is Milwaukee. Yeah,
But
yeah,
live-
very convenient.
jump
So
on a
lots
scooter, whatever.
of opportunities if you
Yep.
live in that metro area and anywhere around
Yeah. I mean,
Wisconsin.
anybody in Madison, you can hop on that Badger bus.
That
Right.
was-
Specific reference,
Yeah.
my friend.
You know
Hop
what
on
I'm
that
coming,
Badger bus.
and of course you know what I gotta come back with.
Cheese curds.
Cheese, get some of
Cheese
that
curds.
cheese.
Cheese curds. And probably a couple of new Glarus brews.
Yeah.
Actually, I had a buddy of mine went out to Wisconsin for a wedding, and he brought back some new Glarus brews, which aren't distributed outside of Wisconsin. And I've only ever had them in Wisconsin. I never really thought too much about it, and it was really nice. New Glarus Brewing is one of the breweries out there.
Oh, okay. There's,
Yeah.
I was like, that's a word. I was like, wait, what word is that?
Yeah, Glarus brews. Glarus brews.
And
Left
there's
hand is left hand is.
there's something that we're going to be doing the day after our show. Our show is on Sunday in Stevens Point, and on Monday we're going to take a minute, since we're in the vicinity, to go and enjoy a little visit to House on the Rock.
Yay!
I think we're going to have to live stream that a little bit, or
Can we
take
do
some
that?
videos.
Is that
there.
allowed? Because I want to do
We
it.
did it last time.
Well, last time I was just recording.
Oh.
Well, maybe I was on Instagram Live.
Yeah.
I want
Yeah,
to. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it. Let's do it.
we gotta capture us
That was
making
the
our way
most
through House on the Rock.
bizarre.
If you don't know about House on the Rock, there's nothing we can say to actually tell you about
Yeah,
House
you're
on the
just
Rock.
gonna have to experience it.
Like,
So check
it
it out
won't-
on Monday.
It won't be my first time, but I also have this feeling that every time is like the first time. The thing is wild. It's like one of them kaleidoscopes
Yeah.
that you look into and you turn it and just like, isn't that completely different?
Now we get to go into the nook and crannies of the place.
Yeah, we went God, what was that? A few years ago.
Yeah, it was.
And the great thing is that we set up the trip to it and didn't send people any information. So Dan actually did not know what we were going into. He
I
figured it
didn't.
was like you thought it was like an architectural.
I thought it was
thing.
like falling water. You know, the Frank
Yeah.
Lloyd Wright house suspended over a waterfall.
Yeah.
Like I literally thought we were gonna go see a house that was on a rock, and you can kind of see the rock and see the house, and that's it. And I'll tell you, because I'm that kind of boring dude, I was mildly excited.
Yeah. But here's the great
I was like,
memory
this
that I
will be
have
fun.
is we're pulling up in the van. We get to like the driveway that goes to House on Rock, and there's this like lizard sculpture, and Dan's like, "Whoa, there's a weird sculpture
What
out
is
here.
happening?"
That's cool. This is pretty interesting." And I was like,
I'm probably
"Oh
gonna
boy."
reenact some scenes from American Gods when I get out there.
Yeah, dude.
Well, yeah, because you four have been there, but Dolly and I haven't
Yeah.
seen it yet. So
Yeah, that was during
right, you were there, right?
that was
Yeah.
what I will always remember as the year of the Achilles.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that was where Dolio missed most of the year of touring because he ruptured his Achilles.
Oh.
We were fighting a cougar, right?
Yeah.
Yes, that's the story we're going
That
with.
It's a real
sucks.
danger
Ask him how he
zone,
knows.
you
You
know.
saved that family.
Yeah.
They
So
all made it out.
I'm looking at the Facebook comments, and getting a lot of love on the AGT audition.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, now we can
Yeah.
tell you what they said.
And
Yo.
it's,
Because you saw it.
They said some stuff. They said
Oh.
some stuff that we didn't even hear. So we obviously,
Yeah.
because like we were on stage and then they said some stuff to us about
Right.
us, and we heard all that.
But
And
we
we were
couldn't-
like, cool, thank you, word. And we couldn't tell you guys even after Friday. But then we left the stage and they kept talking and they said more stuff about us. And I mean, the whole thing was very cool. It was very cool to me.
Yeah.
And I just like, okay, it wasn't much, but specifically they were talking about, I think at one point Simon said, like, this is what America is. And then Howie, and I just felt like Howie.
Yeah, Howie just
we
got
didn't.
it. He got it so
It was
hard.
like we like pre-fed him a script or something, or gave him $20 or something.
For the record,
We
Which
didn't
we
do those
did not.
things.
We
We
did
did
not
not
do
do
that, by
that.
the way.
That's we didn't do that. But you watch him,
got it.
and he was just like, I think that this is a recipe, and America is a stew, and you guys are super cool. And I'm like, I usually say that. Great, thank you for saying that. And then Simon's like, yeah, man, this is what America is, and Howie was like, this is what America can be,
yes,
should be.
exactly. Everybody jamming together.
And I
on
thought
all
that-
their pieces.
I thought that was so, like hearing someone else sing, because we say it all the time. We spend so much time saying this over and over. We hammer it to death. So to hear
We just sit in
someone
the
else,
bathroom saying it over and over again.
yeah, Gangstagrass is a stew. Gangstagrass is a stew.
So much so that I had to get a new toilet this week. So much.
Is that why? But I just,
No, I really did.
It was
but
all
I-
like Gangstagrass too.
But I thought that. Come on, that goes in the channel. But I just thought that was really cool. I thought it was really cool to see when you've really sent the message right. You don't have to keep saying it because other
They
people
say it.
get it,
Yeah.
and then they start saying it. And I mean,
Yeah.
that's.
It
dope.
also
It's not about
goes to
saying it,
show
it's
like
about
really
being
the message of it is so contained in just us being there and doing what we do.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We don't have to hammer on it too much. It's just we show.
Yeah.
We show it in making the music.
They see it and they get it, and it was really funny. I don't know. So tell us what you thought of the whole. Obviously, this is not a surprise to any of you, but we set it up right, and the producers worked with us on this. They were like, "All right, you're gonna come in, be like, we are a band, leave it at that, and then go on stage and like you can see us, you can see I'm holding a banjo, you can see there's microphones, but we really worked hard on trying to craft like nobody say hip hop or rap
Right,
or
we
anything.
wanted that part to be a surprise that there was going to be rapping on it,
Mm-hmm.
and so they were like, just keep that under wraps. Don't say that there's hip hop in it.
Oh! All right, that's all for tonight, folks. Thank you so much.
Don't say hip hop's going to be part of this. And then they had us do like an hour-long interview where we're not supposed to.
They
say
did, and I'm looking forward to
We
that
did
interview.
like 2 hours,
And-
two separate hour-long interviews.
And you may not
We
ever
just
see very much of those
dance
interviews,
around the
but
subject.
I'm so proud of everybody here because we actually managed to have really in-depth interviews talking about like our backgrounds and what matters to us and like a lot of really good stuff. Nobody ever said anything about hip hop or rap,
Nope.
which is kind of cool. It kind of gets back to the whole mission statement thing about like what do we do and like what's the really inherent like the the important central elements of it, but enough about that. So we set up the whole thing, and then we start, we do what we do, and we drop out, and the beat comes in, and like, I thought we executed that pretty well, and
Yeah.
and they jumped up a little bit, like you can see Howie, he got kind of electrified. He was like, oh, that's what happened.
Basically,
Oh,
that.
sorry.
He was just like, oh.
What
Bang.
you heard was one of Sleeve's mini phones.
Thank you.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, so I have a question for you about all of that. But first, I just want to mention some of the stuff that's happening in the. See, it's easy.
Oh, multi-jet.
I'm in the YouTube comments,
single
and
girl, therapy.com.
Jeff says, "Just saw you guys on AGT. Really amazing stuff. Love what you guys do." Brian Farrow had to jump on here to subscribe, so I don't forget. Thank you, Jeff. Yes,
Yeah.
please don't forget.
Subscribing.
It'd be hard to, but I don't know. Sometimes you forget things that are amazing, and then you get reminded of them, and that's kind of awesome too. So every time you get one of those notifications, you'll be like, "Oh, that's right. Gangstagrass exists on this earth." Birds Plain says you guys will go big. Jeff agrees. That's delightful. A guest. This is great. So 9:34 p.m. A guest. I'm watching you now on AGT. Is that a good or bad thing? Just started it. And then 9:35 p.m. Damn, you guys sound great.
I like I said, somebody
Thank you,
says
guys.
the new harmony in the intro was on fire.
The
Four-part
harmony.
four yeses
Four-part
for
bass right
four-part
here.
harmony.
He's got
Yeah.
the bass.
Okay?
Yes.
Like you don't
Yes, if
you
you're
don't
watching on your
necessarily
phone,
see
you
it.
might not get that. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time I ask people, nobody knows I'm on the high part.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody thinks I'm
Yeah.
on the high part.
Well,
Yeah.
you didn't make any kind of like strainy face thing.
Yeah.
It's very typical of
No, I mean it's because he's got those pipes, man.
Yeah,
That's
man.
right.
No, we all like.
And then he switches around parts too, which is what's
Yeah.
really cool. Like,
Yeah, we
like
do.
Dolio
Yeah.
can go higher,
No,
Pharaoh
we-
goes low,
we make
Dantos
it-
can
we-
go all
we
over.
make it
Yeah,
It's
easy.
so cool.
Yeah, I
Make it
do
look
some
easy.
tenor on the album.
Yeah,
That's all
lots
it
of great
is.
harmonies on the album.
Yep.
And yeah, Hank, you're right. So anybody who knew Bound to Ride already knew that this was a very new and different version.
I just put on TikTok some of the footage of us working on those harmonies.
Oh, right,
Oh, really?
awesome! Oh, that's gonna be
Oh,
great.
nice.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
we
that
could
was
really
good.
demonstrate right now if people want to
Yes,
hear
do
how those break
it.
down. So I'm on the lead there, saying, "Hear that train come rolling, Hey, you know I'm bound to ride.
I just walked over to get my mango.
Getting closer to
Hear
the
that
words, they really
train
hear
come rolling. I gotta move on down the line."
Yeah, that's the stuff. So here's the question I have for you guys.
Yes.
So while you're standing up on that stage, right, and you've got the judges in front of you, first of all, like, is it so bright that you can't see them at all?
No.
Right? You can. Pharaoh's talking about his smile, so you can see them.
You can see him.
Right, because they're lit up.
You can see 'em, you can hear 'em.
So like, are you so in the zone that you're not so much catching? Like, how much of that are you catching? What
mean
are you
while we're
registering?
performing?
Yeah, while you're performing, what are you registering during those times?
I was registered at all. I mean, like, it's
Right
to,
foot, left foot, left foot, right foot.
Wish you had the visual on Pharaoh right
well, I
now.
mean, like, to us, at least for me personally, it was like, it was a show. I mean, even though we were only doing the one song, I was making sure, we all treated it like it was our show. I mean, because it was a show.
Mm-hmm.
So we had an audience. It was our first performance in front of an audience
In
like
15, 16 months?
Yeah.
It was a long time, 15
in-
months.
Yeah, over a year. First time in front of an audience. They actually had an audience there, which was good.
Mm-hmm.
And on top of and then them on their, I guess their desk or whatever they were sitting in front of. right there, but you can see their faces clearly. You can see the reactions, you know. And it's just like when you go to a Gangstagrass show, people shaking
Yeah.
and getting into it. So it was like, it was really just getting into the vibe. And the battery is going to die on this laptop.
Wait.
Wait.
Look. Thank you for somebody noticing this time.
You couldn't see the audience very much from the stage. You could just see the judges.
Yeah, you can see. I can see the judge. You can hear the audience when they were
And here's the
clapping and
thing.
stuff.
We've played a lot of shows, and we've played shows in all kinds of situations.
Yeah.
We've played big festivals, and we've played hotel rooms.
Yeah.
And we've learned from all those situations how to make sure that you're playing to the audience, that you're performing for them, and that you're connecting to them.
Right. That's good.
So that was fully in effect. When we were on that stage, we knew that we had to be connecting with those 4 people. So
Yeah.
you
Look
know,
them in
when
the look them in the face and sing
make the
at
eye
'em.
contact and just
The nice thing, like,
Sing
we didn't
to
really
them.
have to worry about like playing to the cameras because like the
There's
camera
100
crew
cameras.
is so solid.
I
Again, there's
didn't
cameras
even
everywhere.
see the cameras.
No, they're away and they're zoomed in and like it was just like just do your thing, worry about the judges and have a good time, and it's gonna all go great. And it did. I mean, shout out to the sound crew.
Sound crew was on
they were
point.
on point.
They
The
were
tech
on
crew was
point.
clean.
Nailed it.
Sound was,
Every
the sound
adjustment
was
we asked
crisp.
for, they made it like
Yes.
no problem instantly. I mean, you guys went through that song twice on stage, very
Yeah.
quickly twice before.
Yeah, we
before
did a
that
sound.
was it.
Yeah, we did a
It
sound
was
check.
that fast. It was such a fast sound check.
Yeah, we did a sound check before any judges and stuff was in there, and it was great. It was all around a pleasant experience.
Yeah. 5 out of 5 would be on national television again.
Yes.
And shout out to all the tech crew out there. Y'all were working your behinds
Yeah,
off, and
man.
y'all
Oh
were
my
showing
God.
us so much
everybody
love.
behind the scenes was
Oh
so
my God.
awesome.
Yeah, so nice.
But you know what you can see in some of the shots, like I forget who it was, but they were showing somebody backstage, and then behind them you could see like Leah Kyle or somebody else, and they were walking around with masks. And you got to remember, like everybody on camera.
Right.
We did like the 99% of the time. 1% of the time is on camera where everybody has their masks off, but like the rest of the time, the performers all have masks on. Assuming the judges, I never saw them, but the judges have masks on, and like the crew has masks on the whole time. Like it's
Yeah.
totally a safe thing.
Yeah, they took all the precautions. In addition to everyone being tested, everybody
So, yep.
everybody that was on set
Yeah.
was tested,
And so you see
And more
like,
than once.
and
and
more
you
than
see
once.
you see
yeah.
like Simon go up and be like, "Hey, can I give you a hug?" And like they can get away with that because like they've really made the thing as safe as they possibly could to do what they do.
Huh.
Which is to say that it's still there's some inherent risk. There's always going to be some.
So Wendy in the Facebook asks, how was the craft services table? And the answer to that question is non-existent.
No.
Because you cannot have
Right.
like a common
No.
food area or even eating or drinking period. Like
But
when
what
we
they-
did lunch, we went outside.
Yeah, what they
They
did
walked
have
inside.
is they
Had a bag of chips.
well they gave us like these box lunches
Yeah.
that were catered to whatever our food
Yeah.
preferences and or
Dietary
dietary
Yeah.
needs were.
So they
Yeah.
bring us out to an outdoor eating area in separate shifts, and then they bring the box lunch out to you. It was very sterile and cordoned off. So like
Those brownies,
brownies were good. Yeah, the salads were
Brownies
good.
were great.
right? Really,
The brownies were so
chocolatey.
good. The sandwiches, they
sandwiches-
looked so little, but they were delicious and super filling.
Yeah,
We
we
got
were on
that.
this like Hawaiian sweet roll
Mm-hmm.
bread. I'm sorry, we just
No,
finished
no,
eating.
now we're
We
in-
just finished eating, so we end up talking about the food again. Yeah, but
There really does need to be a Gangstagrass cooking show.
Yeah,
Before
yeah,
the
yeah.
Gangstagrass Saturday morning cartoon, before the Gangstagrass Thursday evening sitcom, there has to be a
Cooking
Gangstagrass
with grass.
show. Yep. You saw
All
I
right.
used the hashtag cooking with Gangstagrass just because I
Yeah.
didn't want to confuse anybody.
Real quick,
About
everybody
what
sees
was
me
in
real
your-
quick.
What is it your food?
Y'all get what's going on, right?
What?
The violin guy legit reminds me of Joseph Gordon-Levitt.
I
Yeah,
saw
yeah.
that comment and
I mean, it's a compliment.
I
That
mean,
guy's kind of
JGL,
dope.
baby,
I
JGL.
like your,
Wait a minute.
I think it might be your
Wait.
facial expressions. I see
Yeah.
it.
Oh!
Honestly, I thought it was. I thought it
Jill
was.
is in the house.
I thought it was funny. I thought it was funny because a couple of people were talking about Wrench's voice. Well, they were being really broadly. They were being nondescript, and they would just be like, "Tom Hanks in the house." I'm like, "Who looks like Tom Hanks?" And then somebody
they're
was
talking
like,
about the
"No,
voice."
Wrench's voice sounds like Tom Hanks." And I was like, "All right, yeah, I
I
guess."
never,
get it."
and the thing, I never thought of that until.
But then they started talking about, and Pharaoh looks an awful lot like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and you, and like what?
And then somebody said that I sounded like
Shaggy.
Shock G.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Judgy and Shaggy, you got a lot. There were a lot of like comparisons
Yeah.
for you.
I'm Shaggy G.
Yeah. Shaggy. Yeah.
How are you Frederick Douglass and Joseph Gordon-Levitt at the same time?
I don't know.
That don't make no sense at all.
Tune in tonight on NBC.
Find out.
Oh,
Good genetics when you got two dads.
Yeah.
so here's another question out of the chat. Melissa would like to know. It might be Melissa. I apologize if I'm mispronouncing. It's with one S, which I'm digging.
It's actually pronounced Joe.
Okay, so Joan Moore asks, who would you say is your biggest competitor thus far on AGT? So like of what we've seen so far.
I thought it was Mr. Cherry, but
I know. How did Mr. I can't believe he broke the world record
he broke a lot.
and a
He
bunch,
broke a bunch
of walnuts.
He almost broke Sophia.
You're right.
What to do it.
In fairness, that was on her. It was her
That
decision.
was her
He didn't. He
decision.
wasn't like, come up here and try this.
Yeah.
The girl that was changing the clothes.
Oh.
Yo.
Heidi's golden
Yo.
buzzer.
That was
Yep.
legit.
It was pretty cool. The
That
more
was like,
I
yeah.
watched. I watched
The
it a
devil
couple
was
more
involved
times.
in that.
I really
I was
enjoyed
like,
that.
no,
We didn't
no.
get
This
the
is
golden
all
buzzer.
sorcery.
It
We
was
didn't
very
get the golden
impressive.
buzzer
That
that
was
episode.
sorcery.
But she did.
Sorcery.
And it makes sense. It makes sense that Heidi would give a golden buzzer to somebody, just given her fashion
felt some kind of
background.
way.
Like, it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense as a thing. So
I was terrified.
I'm not mad about it.
I was amazed and terrified.
Yeah, that stuff's scary.
Yeah, I was like, all right, the devil's involved in all of this. No, she was dope though. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
What's
It was
his name?
cool.
Jimmy Huron?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, he's good.
yeah.
There's
That's the guy with
There's a
the
lot of great.
the
great
gold.
singers.
Yeah, I mean, as it
shirt.
turns out,
There's a lot of-
somehow there's a lot of talent on that stage.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the point of the
Oh,
show.
and a lot of it's from
I-
Yeah.
Philadelphia. We got Jay. Jay was
Jay was
great.
really
like,
good.
don't sleep on that.
What's the dude? There's a guy from actually my neighborhood.
Really.
Johnny Showcase.
Oh yeah.
Johnny Showcase.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, the
'Cause
Sklar
he
brothers. The
he
Sklar
played
brothers are on the show.
Connie's Rick Rack a lot of times.
oh yeah, all right.
That's cool.
Yeah,
I really like the Nurses Choir, the North Pole Nurses
Yes, the
Choir
Nurses
a
Choir.
lot. They are.
Yeah, it's hard to say because there's a lot of talented
Did
people
you see
on
the
this
kid
show.
that sang all by myself?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Well, Peter.
Damn, I forgot about that.
Yep.
And of course, Nightbird is killing it.
Nightbird.
The Taekwondo group is. Oh man, there's just so
Oh,
much.
so
awesome
much.
stuff. But the
I
more
gotta
I
tell
think
you,
about it,
I loved the weight guys. The
Yo,
acrobatic.
that was wild,
Yeah.
the
dude.
more I
That
think
was
about
good.
it though, the more I really think it's all about Seth Ward.
Right. Yeah.
It's gonna be all about Seth
Was
Ward.
it
I'm
the
ready
Peacock?
for that.
That's
Second
the-
place.
that's the
That was
Peacock.
We're competing
Uh-huh.
for second place, and that's okay. That's okay.
But he was just a
Seth
peacock
Ward
this
is
year.
definitely gonna win.
Huh?
He's just a peacock this year. He's been many other
Ah.
things.
Yeah, but it was it's so far it's a lot of tough competition on this show, but with Gangstagrass we're gonna give them the heat.
I think
you know?
so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah, and they're it's been interesting watching the comments about sort of but so and so is famous already, or so and so does this professionally already. But like throughout the history of AGT, there have been a lot of acts that have been famous already and are doing this for whatever reason. It's fun. It's a new audience. It's a new adventure. It's a comeback. It's a
Plus famous,
whatever it may be.
famous is relative, I think.
Yeah.
Because I saw comments about us like that, and it was like famous.
Right.
Well, okay.
I was like,
but so
Let me
folks
give y'all a
on the
little bit of
stream-
perspective.
People,
Yeah.
people know of us.
Please do, boys.
You guys know of us.
What do you got?
The rest of the world did not know about us.
That's right.
What do you got?
I'm so famous that I literally had to buy a new toilet this week. I'm so famous that I'm the one that had to go drive my kids all over the place. Like, that's not famous. Famous people don't do that. There's a guy that does those things for them, and their assistant or their Guy or Gal Friday or their Men About Town or whoever carries their umbrella does those things. That's for famous people. My famous black ass was chilling, waiting for the dude to give me a new toilet. That's how famous I am. So, fuck that.
If we're famous, then I want famous people reparations.
What?
Because all these other famous people are getting some sort of reparations, and if we're famous, I want those too.
Wait, there's famous reparations?
Obviously.
There is a website out there that like.
All I want is
gives
one
out-
extra nugget in my order.
I always get extra
never
nuggets
mind.
in my order.
I want an extra nugget even when I don't get nuggets.
Every time
Like, I will have the cheeseburger and an extra
And you
nugget.
nugget.
There, sir.
Wait.
Aw,
What did it
Matt-
say?
Oh, hey,
I was gonna
Matt.
say, there's
Matt
a website
Hillman.
out there that like says
Matt Hillman
that
here.
it's giving out like what's the net worth of different like musicians and stuff.
Yeah.
That's just way off.
But who?
Oh, yeah,
They said
they're
we were
best.
worth a lot of money. I was like, where is that money?
Wait, what?
Wait.
Where is that money?
But
This is your bank
remember like
Wait,
20
who put the net worth of us?
Yeah.
But
they
remember
were-
20 years ago? Remember
I
20
guess
years
making a
ago?
guess?
There
I don't
was
know.
there was a website in the early internet in
Uh-huh.
like the 2000s that was like it would measure your like education level and your general health and fitness and your age and all that stuff. And
Right.
and then it would like price you out for parts.
Wow.
And it'd be like, yeah, you're worth like $2.4 million. Your heart alone is
Right.
you know?
Yeah, if you sell us for parts, we're probably worth a lot.
Yeah,
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 man.
But-
Yeah, don't sell yourself short. Come on, we're all worth a lot.
But yeah.
I have a perfect liver and this thing's worth at least $100,000 on the
Right.
black market.
He hardly even uses that thing.
This thing is pristine,
Yo,
bro.
Brandon,
Yeah.
Say that for me.
Yeah. I mean, because if we were like, we're definitely not famous, you know, because like we'll say, just like you guys, we all still have our day jobs.
So, hey, Tommy Q. Oh, you want to ride with us?
I
We
wanna
want
ride
to
with
ride
you
with
too.
you too.
What does that
Oh, you're now hosting. Thank you for hosting.
yeah.
We love it. We love it. I'm gonna make this box bigger. We love
Oh,
it.
snap.
Who's doing that?
Our friend, and so is it Christopher? Is that what it is? It's XXTFR84 XX. So
They say
is hosting for us. That's awesome. Thank
Sweet.
you. We love that. So Hey Tommy P says it's Tom. Hey Tom. So Hey Tommy P, who's a separate person, says, "Are any of you looking to hire an umbrella holder in the future?"
As soon as I get some umbrella holder money.
oh, you mean
yes.
like Puffy used to have?
Yes. What was that boy's name?
Farnsworth Bentley.
Yeah, Bentley. Yeah, Farnsworth Bentley. Yeah. As soon as I get some Farnsworth Bentley money, yes.
No.
I don't even use umbrellas neither.
I am looking for somebody to hold a mirror for me.
Oh, like Morris.
Oh.
I mean Jesse.
Rome style.
Jesse.
Yeah,
Morris.
Jerome style.
Jerome. Yeah.
I am-
you know what I'm saying? Jesse. Now Jerome. Yes.
Hiring a Jerome.
There are a lot of great
Would not
comments
mind
and a
being.
lot of great questions. Okay, so I'm gonna give you 3 questions. I'm gonna let you choose. All right. So one is, when did we actually do the show? They're just trying to figure out like what was sort of the lag between when we did the audition in front of the judges and when it was actually aired. Obviously, live shows will be live,
Right.
but this is a different thing. Another question, and this is also from Jason Humphreys, is what do you guys do for your day jobs? And finally, from one, Jamie Leslie, Wrench, do your best Woody from Toy Story impression.
Nice. In reverse order. In reverse order. Woody for Toy Story.
Woody
Well,
for
no, we'll
Toy
give him
Story.
a minute to get that ready. So the funny thing about when we shot this is we actually shot this
Around so they
10.
can
We
see.
actually hold up. Okay. So we
There you
actually it's pre-taped, right? So the live shows are later. So the pre-taped one, we actually shot this 10 years ago. When we got together as a band, we said, well, we're gonna shoot some AGT footage. Just roll the dice, you know, see how it goes. And so that's when we did. And in answer to this
You're gonna tell them the real answer?
second thing, what was the second thing?
I'm gonna get a hand real
So there was how long ago was it, and what do you guys do for your day jobs?
Right. I don't have a day job, so you go ahead. What?
I beat other people's kids for them. Like some people don't beat their kids and they need to, and so they call me, and I come over and beat their kids for them. No, I don't. I sell comic books. I work at a comic book store. Mountain
That's
Comics
the
Comic
kind of
House.
thing that you're supposed to make Colin Jost say for you.
Right. Just saw me over here beating my kids. Why?
Oh, I gotta send a quick shout out to my man on the Facebook chat, my man BK. If we can get to Penn State, I will be there. That's my ace from way back. We've been like this for 30 years. So shout out to my man Brian Kanunchuk. That's my dude, man. Hey, that's the guy that got me drinking coffee. So if y'all got a problem with me drinking coffee, you can blame
That
Brian.
was his pusher.
Tom is gifting a bunch of subscriptions. So
Oh,
congratulations.
Thank
people
you,
in the
Tom.
Twitch
Thank
chat.
you, Tom.
If you go to gangstagrass.tv, rather than the Facebook or the YouTube, not that there's anything wrong with those, but if you go to the gangstagrass.tv Twitch stream, you can potentially get some of those gift subscriptions that people sometimes give out. Because Gangstagrass fans are so generous,
Right, yeah, some good
so
ass folks.
thoughtful and kind to each other and look out for each other.
And I teach nerdcraft.
Nerdcraft, I like that.
I figured I needed a fancy word to say that. Yeah, I teach people how to code. After the many years as a hacker / developer / coder. Which one?
Alright. No, I'm just trying. Quite honestly, I hate seeing myself on camera because I'm fucking huge, so I got to drop this weight. So if anybody out there is like, hey, I got an idea, well, hit me up. I got you.
Farrah needs an umbrella holder.
Sexual
Randy's
chocolate.
I need a
looking for a
personal
personal
trainer.
trainer. Yep.
I'm saying that.
Yep.
I will pay you in raps.
Hey.
Like, just come over and I'll spit a verse for you,
That'll
and then
be
you'd be
raps.
like, hey, you could, here, work out, fat boy, and rap to me.
The actual gig is,
I need
pretty cool.
I could have a food taster. Somebody that samples my new recipes and
Make sure it's
tells,
not poison.
lets me know
I think
if
we'll
I need a
all
little more cumin, a little bit more. Well, actually, I got. Oh, never mind. I got 5 of those already. Right? I got 5 of those already.
Yep. Speaking of which, we're gonna get some more key lime pie
Oh.
next week.
No, we gotta get some of this peach
What is
cobbler
this? Peach?
right
Oh, it's
now.
a peach cobbler.
Or no, you know what what I would like, what I would need is a food photographer, because I do a lot of cooking and I always
Photographer, yes indeed.
and what happens is that I'll tell them what I made. I'll be like, yo, I just made this bomb, beef cheek or whatever, and they'll be like, oh, did you take a picture? And I was like, oops.
Beef what?
I cooked it and it just disappeared before I got a chance to, because we started to eat it as soon as we.
That's why I've started taking pictures while you're cooking.
Right, she
'cause
takes the
there's
pictures.
No way.
Yeah, so beef cheeks. It's like it's like making a brisket but not as large, because it has like the type of marbling and fat distribution that would make it nice, tender, and juicy. And that way you don't end up having to spend 12 hours to smoke it.
Okay. All right. See, this is where I'm thinking like the inside of a cow's mouth. I'm like, why would you make that? That's terrible.
It is
Like
Yeah, man.
cheek?
the cheek.
Yeah, you can make it
Really?
with like tongue and stuff, you know. You ever have
See,
beef?
the way you started talking about it, I thought you were talking about his ass.
You ever have beef?
Oh no,
with
no,
beef?
that's
Oh,
rump.
I'm like, I thought it was just the way the cool
Not,
kids were
not to
saying
be
it now.
confused with butt.
Right, not to be confused with
Completely
butt.
different thing.
I thought the cool kids
The
were
butt is the
I don't know
shoulder.
these things, man.
I feel like
Big guy.
if you told somebody the butt is the shoulder, maybe you have to go back and study that subject again in school. Like,
Yeah.
maybe you get a fail.
At least once.
You get a solid fail. Not even
Why don't you
close.
let me get one of them plates real quick.
Not even close.
I got 2 more questions coming out of here. One is from Hubert Wells, who wants to know, do all of you write? And Matt Hillman said, when I met you all in 2016, our son told me one of his coolest moments was when someone got, quote, always the more, so nevertheless,
Yes.
tattooed on their arm. How does this whole AGT thing compare to that feeling?
I forgot there's Moki.
That is very similar, but the person that got that tattooed, that's a dear friend of mine, and she's awesome. And so it's just as cool. But the idea of something I said being so meaningful to somebody that they were like, you know what, this needs to be emblazoned on me forever. Like, that's gonna stick with me for a long time.
And the answer to that other question is yes.
Yeah.
We all write.
Yes. Even I write. I was a
Yeah.
journalist.
Which is what makes
Right.
which is what makes this so cool as far as the band is that all of our songs are collaborative efforts, you know.
Dan is scooping ice
Who
cream.
do I need to-
Ice cream
In
too?
case you're wondering why
What
everybody
do you mean
suddenly
two?
got a
This
very
is not
excited
optional. This is not extra.
Yeah, who do I need to arrest for this? This
But
is obviously a crime.
you work out, right? Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
You enjoy that, or microwave it or something.
Gonna do it.
I'm about to go wake your mom up.
Oh my god.
Mom Dukes made this?
Yeah, man.
Thank you, Mama Whitener.
Like, look here.
Here we go. Just a little bit.
Yeah, I'll take a sliver of that. Thank you.
We're gonna go big.
Hence the reason why you guys are what America needs. All right. Beef
Yeah.
tongue, better than bologna. Ah, okay, yeah. Tongue is pretty good.
Wait, what?
Well, more talk of beef.
Beef face parts.
Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and.
Try and get rid of these things.
Oh my goodness.
So let's see, what else we got?
This is delicious.
Oh yeah. Ding ding.
Yeah, a lot of folks are just so happy. This is so nice, you know?
Yeah, man.
And we're happy that you're happy.
Yeah,
What is
yeah,
it?
we're
What
getting
is it?
requests for Seattle, Virginia.
What does it mean?
Randy's girl, 1098, is now following. Uh-oh.
Wait.
Alright.
So, hold on. Let me scoot around. So, you know, and you see on, no, Randy, no. So, I'm just wondering, like, 1098, we'll have other 1097 of them. But,
Yeah, right.
Anyway, so, you know, on Twitter at least, people are, you know, tweeting at the different judges, and they're saying, like, I'm team this person or that person. Like, I'm, you know, rooting for this person to win or whoever. And I'm kind of wondering, like, you know, are we at that Beatles stage now? Because basically, like, no one ever really
Wait, we're all gonna
advanced.
get the same haircut?
Yeah, first of all, which is gonna be hard for me, but I will make it work. I will make it work. And
A lot of y'all don't remember this dude used to have really long hair.
it's
Yeah.
true. I used to.
It grows incredibly fast.
It does.
Well, yeah, I identify with that.
So, and then Dolio actually gave me a wicked undercut on tour. So we with the Beatles, right? Like they had the whole like, who's your favorite Beatle thing, you know? I guess all I'm trying to say is,
You're asking them to tell you who their favorite is?
I'm Ringo
Is
Starr.
that what you're,
Yeah,
what you're trying to do?
yeah. You know, I'm gonna be in the minority, but it's a special kind of person who has Danjo as a favorite.
The key to
I
that
was,
is to do the boy band thing. We're like, who's the young one? Who's the rebellious one?
That's the thing, that's
who's
the
the
thing.
shy one?
Yeah, I'm
We
just
still
like
have to figure that out.
Pharaoh's all over this. Yeah, I was gonna say like
You're all over
say other qualities because those are all Pharaoh.
I don't think he's the shy one. He's,
They're all right
he's
there.
definitely not the shy one.
Nope.
Right there.
There he is.
I'm here. All the
Hi guys.
I'm just being
It's,
shy.
look, it's Joseph Gordon-Levitt. Yo,
Seriously, yeah.
I see it, though.
Thank whoever said that for pointing that out,
I
because
see it.
I don't know that we ever would have noticed it, and it's totally
I'm
true.
just gonna look at pictures of his face for a while.
It's the
to
expression.
figure this
I'm
out.
the
Yeah,
only
it's
one.
the
It's the
expression.
expression.
You guys are serious.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, we were not joking with
Okay.
you. Yeah.
We'll start calling you
like,
Robin
watch,
now.
Go start watching Third Rock from the Sun, and you will see.
Interesting. Okay.
Wow,
Yeah.
you that's a deep cut right
Yeah,
there.
yeah. Probably. You know, I should probably.
I mean,
write.
that's where we all got introduced to him, you know?
Yeah.
Excuse me.
I've
Excuse
literally
me.
never seen him in anything else.
Wait a minute. Wait a
Excuse
minute.
me.
You guys didn't grow up watching Angels in the Outfield? Christopher Lloyd? Those other actors whose names like
Christopher
Danny
Lloyd is
Glover?
Yeah.
You guys
He was
didn't
in
see
that,
him.
yeah.
That was my early JGL. That
Oh.
was absolutely like that's where you gotta start with him.
Oh, by the way,
Baseball movie.
He
with
was
the-
in that?
He was the main character, dude.
Joseph
He
Gordon,
was the
also
kid.
Aquarius.
He was the kid who saw the Angels.
I did not remember that.
See?
He was
Look
the
at him.
kid.
Oh, where'd he
All
go?
right.
What?
Wait,
I guess
what?
that was that
I
for that.
thought. Wait, what?
Angels in the Outfield.
Danny
Glover,
I was thinking of the
Christopher
movie. What was the one I just saw?
Airbud.
No, the one where the kid sees dead
Angels?
people.
Oh, Sixth Sense.
That's the one. I was thinking 7, and I was
Okay.
like, that's not
Nope,
it.
nope.
I've
Seven,
never
seven
seen that. I've never
Sense.
seen that either.
No.
That's a whole other.
Okay, you went way off. You went like at least 2 degrees.
What's
off
in the
course.
box?
What's in the box? A young Joseph Gordon-Levitt plays the Brad Pitt role.
Joseph Levitt was in the box.
What's in the box, man?
Speaking of mashups, Angels in the Outfield. Remember the time when on TV there was a show called Touched by an Angel?
Yeah.
That was at the same time when there was popular shows
With,
like When
Della
Animals
Reed.
Attack.
Yeah.
And I always wanted to cross them two to be like touched by an animal. And you're having like a crisis of faith, and then a bear just kind of just involves you.
But it puts it
Or
in
even
perspective.
better, or even better,
Slaps you.
you have a crisis of faith and the bear is just like.
Right.
And then when Angels Attack comes on next.
When Angels Attack.
I want to say this.
Actually, that was a movie already.
And I don't need to get like. I realize
Dogma.
that religion is a touchy subject, but I want to say this: if y'all have read a Bible and probably other religious texts that have descriptions of angels, you do an image search right now, right where you are for biblically accurate angel.
Yeah, it's actually
You're gonna
quite
find some whack stuff.
some horrific stuff.
Yeah, it's gonna be like 10 wings growing out of each other and one giant glowing eye. You know what I mean? Like the way angels are described. That's the thing. Every Christmas, and it's like the quietest, most beautiful, simple little music. And they're like, and the shepherds were in the field, and they saw the angel came upon them, and they were afraid. I'm like, you would be afraid.
Yeah.
You see what they're seeing?
Yeah.
It's not humanoid dude with 2 wings for arms and he's a beautiful Vitruvian man. No.
Yeah, I mean that's
No.
why. That's why on the top of our Christmas tree we have an eyeball with wings coming out.
That's the one. 20 wings. Biblically accurate
No,
angels.
you're right.
It's terrifying.
I did the Google image
And
search.
if you
You're
go
right.
read,
That looks
in the
like a
text.
pretzel.
That's what's described.
I fucking love this.
Yeah. Yeah, and the thing's like, be not afraid. Like,
Yeah.
you would have to say be not afraid because that's terrifying.
Wait, calm down. Before you get all excited. Okay, this
They
is
don't
what I
even-
look like.
yeah.
Right now.
Yeah.
They don't even
The
mention
wheel
how
within a
angels
wheel.
speak. It's kind of like
It's you know, I mean, like it's like, you know what it's like? It's like watching those commercials for Blu-ray, but you're watching it on a DVD and be like, but I understand this is still just DVD quality. Like you can't advertise Blu-ray quality on a DVD. And so it's like when something is just beyond your comprehension like that, it's just like I don't even understand what I'm seeing. I can't process this, you know? Anyway, that's what AGT was like for us. Thank you.
Teresa has wings. Yeah. Spaghetti monster.
Spaghetti monster, man. Who's to say that's wrong? Who's to say that's wrong?
The flying spaghetti monster.
Oh,
gets a lot
guys,
more
is
credit.
100 teeth away from a monster from Berserk. No. I did see the son of Berserk though.
Because I didn't know
You
about
went
biblical
there.
angels until just
Oh,
You
yeah,
went
man.
there, son of Berserk. Very
Yo,
nicely
that's a
done.
thrhack, right?
Very nicely done.
And go on, Texas.
That
For
is-
those who don't know, that's an old school hip hop artist.
Is
Oh, man, you went there.
very wild.
Definitely check it out.
Yeah.
I love these biblically accurate.
You gotta remember,
These things
you
are
know,
crazy.
my name comes from the book of the Bible that starts. What movie is this like? Where it starts off like, once upon a time there were some boys and they were in a cave. They
Right.
went in the cave and then the lion, but then by the end of it, it was just like by the end of it, it was like Kubrick, like 2001: Space Odyssey. The end of
Yeah.
the Book of Daniel is kind of like 2001: A Space Odyssey. First it's like there were some monkeys and then they hit each other on the head, and then by the end it's just like, oh, traveling through cyberspace. What's going
Did
on?
the Bible say cyberspace?
Yes,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
where
yeah.
Danjo's in. It says Danjo's in the Bible.
Yeah, man. Yeah, you know
Book of
the
Danjo.
The Book of Danjo.
Oh, it's in there.
It's in
It's
there.
right between Deuteronomy and Numbers. Ew!
It's like
Get it.
if you gotta like really
Fucking,
pin those pages.
Jeremiah.
Yeah,
What's
yeah,
up?
they're thin. They're thin
Shiftlets
pages.
are in the house, baby.
It's like
Hey.
Pineapple Place.
Genesis, Exodus, Leviticus, Numbers, Danjo,
Oh, there it is,
Deuteronomy.
yeah. It's a short book. You'd miss it. You'd miss it if you weren't looking.
Alright,
May I
It's really just all it says is.
May I draw attention to
What did you
this?
say about Banjo?
just to let people know that we have a super awesome club. We call the Barnstormers,
Oh.
which are like the best people.
Yeah.
And you can join by going to gangstagrass.com/barnstormers.
Yeah. And shout out to all the OG Barnstormers and the other, all of the Barnstormers, but the OG Barnstormers especially for holding it down for all these years.
That's right. We have our amazing administration helper. Linda is she has the spreadsheet of the OG Barnstormers.
But that's Sweet Linda. You have to
Sweet
say the
Linda.
whole thing
Sweet Linda.
like a Tribe Called Quest.
And I gotta say to all the OG Barnstormers, thank you so
Thank
much
you.
for not rubbing it in their faces. Just all the new
Exactly.
people, like you could be absolutely just dunking on. You could just be spiking in their face. Like I have that OG status that you will never have. Thank you for not doing that. Thank you for being chill and just rolling out the red carpet and saying, welcome to this club. It's my club, but welcome to join me because I was here first. But welcome.
We're saying thank you, but
Shout out to
also
Dark Arcana.
we're not saying don't do that.
Oh, good word. Okay, what's up, Jeremiah? Sorry.
Yeah. Shiplets in the house.
Yeah.
So we have Undercover Tourist, who's seen in the YouTube comments a number of times, is curious what the band members' favorite YouTube channels are.
Why?
Our new favorite YouTube channel is
Gangstagrass.
#AGT.
Yeah. The AGT channel right now.
I mean, youtube.com/gangstagrass, of
And
course.
then- right, of course, which is you can get to at yt.gangstagrass.tv,
That's right.
which will take you straight to our YouTube channel.
YT
Um,
YouTube.
I know it's funny enough is that I watch a lot of this one particular channel, which is this guy in Florida. I believe he's originally from Brazil. And it's just him cooking meat.
Mm-hmm. I've seen stuff like that, like in Ukraine and various places.
Yeah, and it's all these different. He's basically he conducts all these different meat experiments. I think it's Guga Foods. I think is what it's called. And because I was been in quarantine for a good year or whatever, so I was already doing all of the cooking. But after a while, you start wanting to expand what you do.
Yeah.
And then last Father's Day, my mother-in-law got me a new smoker. So I wanted to expand my repertoire of the things that I cook on that smoker grill, and so I watched a lot of meat videos, and I still watch them because there's all these different things. I wasn't really gonna do sous vide. I'm not really a sous vide type of guy, but
Why would you?
yeah.
Yeah.
But I've been getting
Some people are into that.
As
Some
these
people
guys
are
will
like-
tell you, my
It's
smoke
plastic, I
game
can't
is
handle.
my smoke game is impeccable.
That is true. That is that smoked fish was out of this world.
Yeah.
That was so good.
Yeah. I don't consciously watch a lot of stuff on YouTube, but if you can see the algorithm, which by the way, shout out to the algorithm. A lot of people are finding us through the algorithm, so that's dope. But so if you're somebody who just like skates around and just watches whatever's put in front of you, if I do that, I end up watching a lot of like guy makes a blade out of Damascus steel, but he made the Damascus steel out of fusing a bunch of like a bundle of screws together, and then puts that in the forges a blade out of that. Like that, it's surprising how many times you can watch that over and over again. Shows like Forged in Fire or like Master at Arms is a fun one on YouTube, where they take like a video game or a sci-fi movie like a Batleth, for instance, the Klingon weapon that's like enormous and impossible to wield safely. Then the dude makes a Batleth.
You've seen him make that animated sword.
You know what is it?
Yeah, he makes wild stuff. It's not just big swords. I mean, big swords are great, but he'll even do like funny stuff. Like he'll do the diamond sword from Minecraft, which if you've seen is like pixelated. So like the edges are squared off, but he makes it physically, and it's terrible. It's so hard to hold.
This other one I was watching, I haven't really caught up on it because I don't know if they've been updating it. It was this animated channel. It's just kind of like a spoof on all the superhero tropes, and it's called Society of Virtue.
Oh.
Huh.
Why does that sound terrifying to me?
Hmm?
Why does that sound terrifying to me? Why does it sound like? Is it like
probably
super whacked out?
Oh no! All the time.
No.
No, but they spoof all of the different comic book, cartoon, superhero universes.
times.
The Marvel, the DC, the
Yeah, yeah,
X-Men, Mortal Kombat, all of them. Just kind
I really like the What's My Line channel.
of, yeah.
What's my
Yeah,
line?
What's My Line?
Is it
that,
just
it's
classic
that-
What's My Line
Yeah, it's that
episodes?
game show from the 1950s,
Okay.
and it's like they still talk in that sort of patrician New England accent that people are like, they sound British, but that's actually like what Americans, like a lot of Americans sounded like at the time.
Well,
And it's just, and they say things like, you know, like there'll be a woman who comes in, they're trying to guess what your occupation is, and they'll flash it up on the screen for the audience, and so say like a scientist, and they'll ask a bunch of questions, and if they get a no answer, it goes to the next person. 10 no's, the panel loses, the person wins. But when they're asking, they'll ask all these great questions. There's, a journalist, Bennett Cerf, the original creator of Random House.
is that the one they
Steve Allen
had?
was
They
on there
had
for a
like
long
Salvador
time.
Dali on there.
Yeah, they had yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
They had Colonel Sanders on without like having to put blindfolds on anybody because nobody knew who he was
They
at
actually,
the
yeah.
time.
Wow.
They
That's
they
wild.
had Ronald Reagan.
Back when he was an
as an
actor.
actor, exactly. Yep.
Those are like the Hollywood
Walter
Squares.
Cronkite. Yeah, it's amazing how
That's
they
fun.
had and politicians around the world. So like one time they had a senator from Japan, and it was a woman, and they finally get, are you a lady senator? I just love the line. Are you a lady scientist?
You know why? You know
So
the
great.
with a job?
It's so fun.
So you know the only reason that the reason that I knew anything about that show, my first introduction to it, this is weird and obscure. The original movie 101 Dalmatians, the animated one. There's like an extended scene. I think it's the escape scene where they're trying to like rescue a bunch of folks, and the burglars have kidnapped them, and the burglars are not keeping good watch, and they have the TV on, and the TV is showing What's My Crime? It was like a game show for criminal henchmen. I never really thought about it too much as a kid, but What's My Crime? And it's like this British show, and there's like a burglar on there, and they're guessing his crime, and then at the end of the episode, I think he gets taken like in handcuffs and like brought back to prison. It was weird, dude. It was really weird for this like kids animated movie, which is already a weird movie. 101 Dalmatians it's solidly. I need to watch that again as an adult before showing it to my kid.
Just make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, Farrah, what's yours?
I watch so much boring stuff on YouTube.
Oh, yeah, we watched some of it in the car ride home. It was like a South African conference on maritime law and like exploitation of resources of the sea.
That
Yeah.
actually sounds pretty.
It was really interesting.
Yeah,
It was
that's
in
the
fact
stuff
very
I watched.
interesting.
You know, another one that I watch a lot when I'm like just watching dishes and stuff is dry bar comedy.
Oh yeah.
It's like a comedy club, I guess, in I think Provo, Utah, or something like that.
Oh, that's why it's a dry bar. I get it.
Right. So, but it's like really funny comics, but it's like clean enough to where I can play it and my kid can hear it in the background.
It's super clean.
Because I can't, you can't really listen to most stand-up comedy with your kid around.
I watch a little bit of that and like listen to this guy just have a think. Like a lot of stuff on reports, new energy stuff. I was going through my YouTube and it's all like this new carbon battery. What are liquid batteries like? Does tidal power work? So stuff like that. And then sometimes I guess Animaniacs.
Yeah.
A little bit of Animaniacs.
Animaniacs, so good. I can sing all the countries in the world from memory.
In the song,
Yeah. Yep.
the stage is yours.
We might get hit with a copyright thing.
Yeah, right. But I
Crap, I got a
can do
backpage
it.
to
Here's
do.
what I'll say: if someone wants to give Gangstagrass $100 right now, I will do it. And otherwise, just know
So that we can
I
pay
can
for
do
the
that.
copyright infraction.
exactly.
Right. Yeah, Animaniacs was
So it's so intelligent. I mean, I like the new Animaniacs, but I feel like they were kind of trying to hit us over the head in a way that the old Animaniacs
I
never
haven't
had to do.
seen the new one yet.
Yeah.
But I've seen the new Muppet Show.
I didn't know there was a new Muppet Show. I've seen the new
Yeah.
DuckTales.
They need a new the Animaniacs. They need a regular budget. They need to be guaranteed for 3 seasons and be able to do what they do, so they're not like constantly doing each episode like, hey, we do that thing, remember? Come on, we are still relevant. We are still relevant. They're hilarious and super topical, and they have great writing. It's a shame they don't have more seasons. Sorry.
Well, you might want to come with me then, because I got tickets to see Animaniacs the live show at Warner Theater. I think it's Warner Theater, somewhere in DC.
What?
Yeah, I got 2 tickets, very good seats.
What, like in the past?
So
or?
it's in like early next year.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's Rob Paulson who does Yakko and is like amazing, and occasionally Wacko and Dot will turn up, but it's also, I guess, whoever Rob's like writing partner is, and near as I can tell, they may have a symphony.
Wait, do they dress up, or is it like a
they'll,
table
do,
read type of thing?
I think they do songs and music and talk about stuff. I'm still not entirely clear on it, but I don't really care. Like, I saw all the reviews were like, just go. Just go see it. So.
Strong endorsement.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You know what YouTube's really great for is seeing concert footage that people have
I used to do
uploaded
that.
that you can't do. So just like checking out some of the great historical, amazing concert live performances that there's footage of, but there's not like a movie or
That
a
does
TV
not
show.
look like Joseph
Alright, so top musical performances that were captured in history.
in history. Oh, well, wait, what was the
That's
one
what
we
you
were
can do on
talking
YouTube.
about? With Mudita,
was,
the one we were talking about, was it?
Yeah, so that's one of my top ones is Otis Redding performing
Otis
at
Redding.
a Monterey Pop Festival, which was the same concert where Jimi Hendrix did the set where he set his guitar on fire. But the Otis Redding set was really, really amazing, and he sweat his ass off and gave quite a show.
I got 2 of my favorites. One is Prince
Ooh.
doing his guitar solo for when all these guitarists were doing the cover of My Guitar Gently Weeps.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
And Prince
That wasn't right.
absolutely murders it.
It's
Kills
impolite.
it and just like
And then
it's
tosses his guitar
so
up into the
impolite.
crowd, and then his assistant catches it.
which is it's such a joke.
Actually, didn't that guitar just disappeared into the ether?
It poofed into the ether and reappeared in Paisley Park.
Actually, you know how UFOs
Oh,
are
and
real? It's
what
not a
the-
UFO. It's just Prince's guitars.
And and the second one is Stevie Ray Vaughan playing Little Wing.
Cool.
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. Yeah.
Stevie Ray
Good stuff.
Vaughan playing Little Wing.
Yeah.
I thought-
Speaking of Jimi Hendrix.
I thought you
and-
said Little Wayne. I was like,
That doesn't exist. Well, speaking of Prince, you know what is on YouTube that YouTube was taking down? Was Prince's live cover of Creep, which got taken
Yeah,
down because of
I have not
copyright.
seen it.
And then Radiohead had to be like, no,
Really?
put that back on. That's incredible.
Okay, I
So-
have not seen. I've
Check out Prince's live cover of Creep by Radiohead.
Yeah,
It
that
will
thing is
blow your mind.
disgusting.
Blow your
Now,
mind.
if you were able to hack into my
Well,
Gmail,
also
you
Black
would-
Thought's 12-minute freestyle.
Oh yeah.
Black Thought's 12-minute freestyle that he did on
It was on
Funk Master Flex.
Listen, for me personally, that is the greatest I've ever seen an artist do the thing that they do, like ever. It's. The first time I listened to it, I couldn't write for a month. I was like, why? Why would I bother?
Do you know-
What's the point?
You know how sometimes people will take a video on YouTube, usually of like someone speaking, just like a, like maybe somebody yelling or doing something ridiculous, and they'll like play guitar or drums along with it. Like maybe they'll auto-tune it and then like play along with the melody of the like, hey, you get out of my yard, boom, 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 that sort of thing. Or like they'll play drums along with it. Like especially, there's a great video of The Rock just doing some classic like WWE wrestling stuff and he's doing his pattern, and the drummer is just in there, and you realize how much like professional wrestlers hit this rhythm. Like so many, they go from rhythm to rhythm to rhythm.
There's a
boom,
cadence
boom,
to it.
boom, boom,
Yeah.
boom, boom, everything they say. But I feel like if somebody were to like drum, maybe not drum, but like maybe play guitar, the guitar version of like the Black Thought freestyle, that would then be the best.
And then,
thing.
but the thing is that that freestyle like sparked off a bunch of folks trying to match it, and nobody came close to it.
Not even.
But it did inspire a bunch of outstanding performances by
this one
others.
was
Like,
amazing.
yeah, Joe Budden's one came out pretty dope.
Yeah.
Royce the 5'9".
Royce's joint was
his was
annoyingly good. Jeez,
sick.
shout out that
He
guy.
was sick. My Son,
My Son's joint was dope.
he did it.
He had a
He
dope
did one to on on the Welcome to New York City beat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, and like I was saying, if you could like hack into my my Google accounts and all this stuff, you would think that all I watched on YouTube was Fortnite videos and classic NFL stuff. That's my son. My 7-year-old is on my tablet now. All he watches is Fortnite videos while he's playing Fortnite. And then if he's playing Madden, he'll watch old football stuff. He's watched the Eagles Super Bowl 52, like 15 times. Like sometimes he'll watch the highlights of it. A couple times I caught him watching the entire game. The whole 2+ hours game, just sitting there on his tablet. And I'm like, okay.
You want to talk about watching stuff?
I've mastered parenting.
You want to talk about watching stuff on repeat? Ever since Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse came out on Netflix, I've been watching it. I've watched it on repeat. I would watch it and I would just repeat it again.
Put it back
Like,
on.
while I'm doing something else, in the background.
Yeah, we
I
watched
jumped
it
to
all,
different
yeah,
It's a
scenes.
fantastic movie.
I
jumped to different seasons.
Fantastic movie.
Even to the
It's a
point,
great movie.
where they took it off Netflix. Pro tip: this won't help you now, but more like a brag. This is what I did. I'm gonna tell you that I did it right.
You got a VPN, didn't
What
you?
I did? No, it's very simple. You can download Netflix movies to watch offline,
Right.
and then once you've downloaded it, then you have to renew it from time to time. So it turns out, like, I had downloaded Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse on the Netflix app, no weird workaround, and then it went off of Netflix, but it was still downloaded. And then eventually it was like, okay, so you can keep watching it, but then it like expired and needed to be renewed, and I was like, this is it, right? No, I just renewed it and kept watching it. And I've been watching this thing, it's been off Netflix for I don't know how long, and I'm still watching
And
it.
then you took the DVD, put it in the mail.
Oh man, see.
How well can you replicate?
I can nail that one.
Let's hear it.
Okay.
Give some
Okay.
flavor.
Here
As
is.
sang by
Here
Miles
is.
Morales.
Yeah, as sang by Post Malone, as sung by Miles Morales. All right. You have to hit that.
You even got the little finger thing.
A lot of people don't know
You
the
gotta
actual.
like lean back in the chair and almost fall
Yep,
out.
yep.
The actual words of that song are, "Give me some steaks, I'll put them on plates.
Yep.
I don't have dates, it's way too late."
Never
A lot of
knew
people
that.
didn't know that.
Never do that. Give me
I just
some
made that up.
steaks, put them on plates. I'm never late because I don't have a date. That's so great. Woo!
Yeah, that's exactly how it goes.
That's some lifestyle gibberish. Oh, Rich, what's your favorite mumble rap track from a couple years ago?
Giving a 7 good one, but you have a 7 good my lifestyle.
Every time with that, man. Every single time.
Lifestyle.
Oh, God. It's too much. It's too much. We should
making a fortune off that record.
Yo,
Somebody made a lot of money off of that record.
I gotta get some.
yeah. Okay. Yo, yeah. Actually, I think my favorite mumble rap track would still be Panda.
Oh, Panda.
We still gotta do
And my favorite, my favorite version of Panda until we do a version is T-Pain's version.
Yes, T-Pain's version of Panda is the best version. Like, actually, yes. And then the second best version is the one where they basically took all of the current reggaeton stars. It's like Daddy Yankee and like a whole bunch of cats, and they it's basically just look up reggaeton version of Panda. Still the same still the same beat, but it's all in Spanish.
So they should know, everybody should know that in a couple hours we need to get up.
Somebody almost choked.
Yeah. we gotta get up and get on a plane. So good night.
Yeah, we about to shut it down.
Hit that stop streaming button on there.
We about to shut it down. Y'all be cool, man. We'll see y'all on the swing back.
Yeah.
Stay out of trouble.
That's right.
Mashups of an entire.
We want to tell you guys about the Hood Internet channel on YouTube. This is a very, very good channel.
Wait, I don't.
Oh yeah, and Crank Lucas.
Oh yeah, Crank Lucas.
Yeah, Crank Lucas is that boy.